Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a I don't even know what kind of show we got for y'all today, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as you all are aware now, the Lakers lost a game to the Utah Jazz, a team that they just that they beat 2 days prior to that game. They actually beat them in LA, but they went down there to Utah and they lost to the Jazz. And for the Jazz playing in Utah is very tough, man. Even the Clippers had last night ended up going into overtime to beat them. And we're going to get to that a little bit later because I want to talk about Uncle Ben Simmons. But yeah, so they lost to them and all of that, and people started reacting. People started producing various shows around that. And something that I noticed that I just couldn't believe. Do you know, after the Lakers lost that game, there were little murmurs out there by some, I don't know who these are, Laker fans, LeBron fans, I don't know who they are, subtly and quietly starting to point to Luka's weight. You see, look, whenever there's a LeBron team, I'm going to keep saying this because it's the damn reality. Whenever there's a LeBron team and they don't do well, just know that there's a scapegoat on the way. And now it's already starting. They're already looking for the next person to blame and the next thing to place blame on. And it started with Luka. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later as we go on with the show. So yesterday I was watching a segment on ESPN First Take where they were reacting to the Lakers' loss. And it had the following headline. I saw it on NBA on ESPN. It said, Stephen A. Smith pinpoints Lakers' lack of size, not Luka and LeBron, and reason for low ceiling. It was about an 11-minute video. So I clicked on this video to hear what Stephen A. Smith was talking about. And as I was listening to Stephen A. Smith speak, I realized that this guy either didn't watch a second of the Lakers games with Luka or spent absolutely zero energy on any real analysis as to why the Lakers ended up losing that second game and how Luka and LeBron James are playing together as a unit. And then towards the tail end of his analysis, he stunned NBA fans with one of the most outrageous takes I have ever heard when it came down to analyzing why a team is struggling and what Luka needs to be prepared for since he's now playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. But before we get into these absolutely insane comments, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least two for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we'd like to do now is we'd like to play what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Put on your seatbelts for this one because this one was just absolutely crazy. And then when we come back and continue on the show, take a listen to what he had to say here.
I know in Tinseltown, sizzle matters. I would happen to know that I'm here right now. Okay, sizzle matters, all right? When you talk about Luka and the game that he brings to the table, his conditioning is going to be exponentially more important in Los Angeles than even it was in Dallas. Do you know why, L? Do you know why, Wendy? Because here, the show matters. That's why they called it Showtime when Magic was leading fast breaks in Inglewood all of those years when they were going to championship. When Kobe and Shaq ultimately came to town. The show matters, okay? And when you're Luka and you think about the personnel that the Lakers have historically had in its stable, all of them were practically showmen. Even the stoic intellectual that was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The sky hook was the sky hook. And then Magic comes along, right? And then Worthy. What about when you gave it to him on the base? He had one of the quickest spin moves in NBA history. You had Coop trailing, all right? And on a fast break, you might kick it out to him. And he's hitting the spot from the top of the key all the time. Even a Byron Scott. Remember Norm Nixon before him. Even in the days of Kobe and Shaq, with Robert Horry hitting a game-winning shot in a playoff game against Sacramento, with Derek Fisher saving the day in San Antonio. Everything about the Lakers is a show. So Luka is fitting in right now. But in order to really, really excel as a Laker, he's going to have to get himself in peak condition, because just scoring points the way Luka does won't be enough for Laker fans. They want to see a show too. They want to see you pushing the ball. They want to see you skating on cats. They want to see you literally embarrassing cats and stuff like that. In other places, just be effective. Just get it done. In Tinseltown, it's a different, in the purple and gold especially, it's a different animal. And so when I watched him performing last night against Utah and stuff like that, still looks a bit sluggish, obviously, working himself back into shape. But the Dallas Mavericks would tell you he ain't never really been in shape. They're going to look at all of these things. Laker Nation knows about it, and the requirement, like Wendy said, not this year, but beyond, is going to be those ancillary elements that I just brought up, because they care about that in the purple and gold. That's what I want y'all to remember.
God. Oh my God. Did y'all hear what this guy was talking about? This man said, Luka also has to realize where he's at. Laker fans are used to players running up and down the court. They're used to a show, and you putting on a show. And Laker fans want to be entertained by a player running up and down the court. That's what Laker fans are looking for. Suggesting that Luka needs to get in weight because it's about the show and his physique and his muscles and all of this. Bro, is this what we're doing right now? Is this real analysis about Luka having muscles to be able to run up and down? I'm lost here. When the Lakers were three-peating with Shaq, was it an up and down run-a-thon, running up and down the court? No. It was them posting up Shaq going to work, and Kobe doing his thing. And they won championships. I never heard at one point that, the style of Shaq. No, we're talking about the Showtime Lakers. That was one version of the Lakers, where the team was built around a point guard in Magic Johnson that would push the break. That was a unique situation. There aren't many situations like that in the NBA, and I can't think of many iterations of the Lakers like that. So we got that aspect of it about Luka's muscles and all of this stuff. The thing I want to address, which I mentioned earlier in the show, which was when I was talking about the people getting ready to go at Luka because of his weight. Y'all think I'm making this up. We put up some posts on the community yesterday. People thought it was me. No, I'm reacting to some of the stuff that people said. Just last night, a Laker fan did an entire live, 2-hour live, talking about the Lakers got duped in the trade. Talking about Luka Doncic is so fat. This is a Laker fan. This is a Laker fan saying, not me. Not me. They say, Luka's out of shape, man. We got the raw deal, man. This dude is so fat, and this and this and that, and this and this and that, and this and this and that. And I'm sitting there like, so let me get this straight. You're saying all of this to allude to what exactly? That the problem now is what? Luka? Because I'm lost. I'm lost. Because all I know is that For all LeBron and all of his muscles, was he in the finals last year? Was he in the finals the year before that? Wasn't he in the finals the year before? No, he wasn't. So now it's Luka's weight. Luka, with his weight issues, was in the finals last year. Ever since Luka has become a Laker, let me give you his splits. Luka, in the 2 games since he's been a Laker, he is averaging 15 points a game on 40% shooting from the field, 26.7% shooting from the 3, 50% shooting from the free throw line, getting you 4.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers. The months prior, he was shooting in the 50s. The month before that, high 40s, 46, 47. And then the start of the season, that's when he had a very low start to the whatever it is, right? Now, some people are saying, oh, well, it's because of he just can't get off an injury. Y'all acting like as if Luka came off an Achilles tear. Is this the first time Luka's been injured where he came back and his numbers look like that? No. Look, people need to also, that's why I was surprised by Stephen A. Smith's analysis, why I said he didn't watch any of these games. Because if you watch the game, you got to, okay, look, we got to get down to the nitty gritty here. And the question is this, do these two guys fit together? Because based off of what I'm seeing, the person's game that's suffering in all of this is Luka. Luka looks passive. He's just out there, standing out there. Sometimes he has the ball in his hands. Other times he doesn't. And for this thing to really, really work, Luka needs to run the show. He needs to run the show for this thing to work. If they keep playing him the style that they're doing now, I don't think it's going to work. People are talking about, oh, they want Luka to get up and down the court. They want Luka to get up and down. When have you ever seen Luka thrive in that type of offense? So what do you want? Do you want Luka to fit to what you're doing that didn't even that's not working, that's had you in the play-in and not in the finals at all? Or do you want to adjust to the guy that is supposed to be the cornerstone of your franchise going into the future? I'm lost with all of this. My biggest point is this. Are there people out there that are really trying to start subtly pointing in the direction of Luka Doncic? Is this what we're about to do? Because if this Lakers group doesn't perform well in the second half of the season, are we about to blame Luka? That's the first thing. The second thing is this. If Luka continues to put up bad numbers in the second half of the season, at what point are we going to look over to his running mate and say, wait a minute. What's the common denominator here? What's the common denominator here? So I'm going to be patiently waiting to see if people start pointing blame a little, because the thing I'm now hearing is Luka's weight. And it seems like they already found another scapegoat. And now it's Luka Doncic. And if that's what's about to happen, if y'all didn't like me now, or y'all going to hate me later. Because if y'all didn't like me now, y'all going to hate me a little bit later. These are my thoughts. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.